spirits, you see, was the spirit of hindrance. Have you ever been to the place in your life and in your walk with Christ that certain things hindered you from the blessings of God? And until you become in obedience to the power of the Spirit, those hindrances would stop the blessings of God from flowing to you. They would hinder it. Why is that? Why is that? Because God is trying to bring you closer to Him. And therefore, if it did not hinder your blessings, you wouldn't come out of it. Let me say it again. If it did not hinder your blessings, you would keep walking in it. You wouldn't come out of it. He knew that if it did not hinder the blessings of Jerusalem and Judah, they wouldn't come out from under it. They wouldn't give up their idols. They wouldn't send their wives away. They wouldn't come in order in the line that God had laid out for them if that hindering spirit hadn't come upon them. So He let that destroy them or scatter them abroad. But the same, when God gave the promise, those same 4 horns came out again. But this time, the 4 carpenters was there. You see, we have to understand in our walk today, if you want the blessings of God, that hindering spirit has to be done away with, and it can only be done away with through the anointing. The spirit of the anointing. The spirit of power. Church is afraid of the spirit of power today. They're afraid of it. Preach on anything, but don't go to Acts chapter 2. Because there's power there. And I don't believe in that. Preach on anything, but don't go there. Don't go there. If I don't go there, you'll walk in hindrance. In the spirit of hindrance, you'll walk in you'll walk in all the time, you'll walk in this 3rd horn. It'll keep rising up, and it'll bring defeat upon you because you'll never get into what He's already measured. Can I talk to you? When He was giving me this message, I saw the measurement already. God said, I'm going to show you the horns and I'm going to show you the carpenter, but you got to understand, I've already surveyed. I've already surveyed. They may be a hindrance, but I've already surveyed. Can you say this morning, what I've been through may have been a hindrance to me, but God has already surveyed. He's already surveyed, and His grace and mercy is out there. It's already there. When I look at this last horn, when I look at Jerusalem and Judah, I can see this last horn. If I could name this horn, I'd have to name it the spirit of devourer. Devourer. That's when, no matter what you seem to do, just don't work. Have you ever been there? Have you ever been there? To where it just seems like no matter what you do, I just can't turn loose of these. The blessings just won't It seems like they just won't come. Have you ever been to when that fourth horn would raise up? It would raise up. The blessings done been given. But that fourth horn would raise up and devour. It looked like you was going into the blessings, but all of a sudden they got eat up. It looked like that everything, you was fixing to get that promotion, but all of a sudden it's not there anymore. It looked like that you was fixing to step in to a lot of money, but all of a sudden something happened and it got devoured. It looked like it looked like the church was full or going to fill up, but all of a sudden people don't show up till 15, 20 after 11. And then it's a handful. Have you ever been to where it looks like no matter what you do, there's a spirit of devouring that tries to rule everything? That tries to stop? I honestly believe this is probably one of the strongest of the horns. Jerusalem and Judah, even when they tried to come back unto God, it seemed like everything stopped them. Everything was devoured. They were killed right and left and scattered. Even after they had cast these things aside. You see, that's what's so hard to understand right there, man. God, I paid my tithes. Oh, I paid my tithes. What's going on? I paid my tithes. God, I have planted seed. God, I have done this. God, I have... But that spirit of devourer has stepped in and eaten it all up, it seems like, because... But can I tell you what the other carpenter was that stepped up? And it was the only carpenter that could tear down and destroy this spirit of devourer. The spirit of covenant. The spirit of covenant. You'll find it there. Go to Hebrews just a minute. The great book of Hebrews. Chapter 10. The great book of Hebrews, chapter 10. This is the only spirit, this is the only carpenter that can destroy the spirit of devour. The horn that has raised up. The great book of Hebrews, chapter 10, starting in verse 16. This is the covenant that I will make with them after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their hearts, and in their minds I will write them. Then he adds, their sins and their lawless deeds I will remember no more. Now where there is remission of these, there is no longer an offering for sin. Therefore, brethren, having boldness to enter the holiest by the blood of Jesus, by a new and living way which he consecrated for us through the veil, that is his flesh, and having an high priest over the house of God, let us draw near with a true heart in